Guys, GCSEs are not hard. GCSEs are not hard.
Tommy on the beat,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Priya and today I'm going to tell you why GCSEs are just not hard. Okay? No matter where you are right now, it is September. You could be watching this in January. You could be watching this right after your mocks. You can still bring it back. Okay, so today I'll be giving you 5 essential revision tips that helped me get all 8s and 9s in my GCSEs. Before we carry on with the video though, remember to like and subscribe and also turn on post notifications so you see every time I do a video. I'm going into my very much academic season right now, so if you need any sort of tips and tricks, my channel will be the place to go. So, tip number 1. Arguably the most important tip, mindset matters. Now, let me tell you why, right? Personal story from the heart. Not from the heart, but a personal story. So going through high school, year 7, year 8, year 9, biology was not my thing, right? Because I just decided it wasn't. And I failed all of biology in year 8 and year 9. And I was thinking, I don't care. It's just not my thing. I'm not going to pick it for A-level, so who cares? And going into year 10, I did my first test. And I came out with a 3. And I begged my teacher. I had to get 5 more marks for a 4. And I got it, the 5 marks for a 4. So I didn't have to go home and tell my parents that I failed. Because who's scared of failing? Me, I'm scared of failing. So I just went around saying, oh my gosh, I hate biology. It's so boring. I'm just so bad at it. It's just not for me. So I had a friend come up to me one day and she literally just went, Priya, if you say you're bad at biology, then you will be bad at biology. And it all just clicked. If I actually take an interest to the subject, then I'm gonna like it and then I'm gonna want to study it more and then I'll do well. If your mind is stuck in, I'm not good at maths, I'm not good at English, I am not gonna pass my GCSEs, then that is what will happen. You will fail. I'm sorry, if you keep this pessimistic attitude, you will fail. The majority of successful people nowadays have said that they rely on optimism to keep going because with life there comes so many challenges, and if you stay pessimistic about it all the time, then where is that going to lead you? It's going to make you more sad, it's going to make you more tired, it's going to make you more unmotivated to do stuff. If you stay optimistic, despite your grades, despite what your teachers say, you can still do it. So just to finalize this tip, if you think you're going to do bad, then you'll do bad. If you think you're going to do well, then you will do well because you'll push yourself more, you'll motivate yourself more. My mocks, I got a 6 in German because I just thought, languages are my thing. I'm a maths person. What did I get in the real thing? I got an 8. An 8, and guess what I got the best in? I got the highest in my reading and listening paper because I said to myself all the time during my mocks, oh my gosh, reading, listening, so stressful, I can't do it. What did I do? I started listening to German music. It gave me confidence in listening to German songs and therefore gave me confidence in the exam and I did well. Guys, your mindset is everything because when you're thinking, it's only you that's contributing the thoughts. Unless you have other voices inside your head, only you are contributing those thoughts because at the end of the day, GCSEs are a competition. They are a competition. Only the top 10% will be getting grade 9s. You know, I don't think it's that, maybe top 5. Regardless of how well that whole year does, there will always be people who get 3s and 2s and 1s and even U's, regardless of how well people do. So if you want to get on top of the game, you need to be able to motivate yourself. So this leads on to my second point, which is to practice. Practicing in GCSEs is essential. If you want to do well in your sciences, your maths, pretty much any subject, even English, you need to practice. Practice. It is just such a simple thing to do. Doing questions, doing flashcards, such a simple thing to do that will almost guarantee you good results, right? I'm not even kidding when I tell you this. So going back to biology again, I have such a deep history in my GCSE biology. Right before my paper 2, I looked at all the papers and I was like, I think this is going to be on the paper, I think this is going to be on the paper. And what did I do? I predicted them all. I knew what was coming on that paper because I had done so many in the past. So doing practice questions is the only thing that's going to make you get grade 8s and 9s. I am being so serious. You can do all the mind maps, you can do all the flashcards you want, but unless you apply yourself, you are not going to be getting those top grades, right? Knowledge is one thing, the application is where you get all the marks. And honestly, they really do just reuse stuff for GCSEs. Like, there have been so many papers done in the past. There is no possible way they will not just reuse some of the same structured questions. In maths, genuinely, how many questions can they ask you about vectors? How many questions can they ask you about triangles? They can only ask you a certain amount of questions. They will just reuse the format and put new numbers in. So if you get really good at solving problems, at recognizing different patterns in questions, you will do well. This leads really nicely onto my third tip, which is take advantage of what you already have. And what do a lot of people have? They have the internet. Oh my gosh, guys, the internet is the most useful resource you can have nowadays, right? If you have a phone, if you have an iPad, a laptop, if your school has any of that, your school doesn't even need to have it. Go to a library, go to your local library and just use a computer there. The amount of resources that are available is just like insane. You don't even have to pay for most of them. The one that always comes to mind that I still use now is Physics Maths Tutor. Oh my gosh, Physics and Maths Tutor, despite its name, has topic questions, flashcards, notes, key points, and most importantly, past paper questions on almost every topic you can think of under the sun, any exam board, any subject. It really does have a lot of resources that are completely free. Guys, they're free. They're literally free. You are getting all these resources that people pay for free on Physics Maths Tutor. The second one I will mention is Quizlet and Anki. They are flashcard apps. Quizlet, you can use AI to literally paste in a document and they make flashcards, they make past paper questions. It's like the AI that Quizlet are using now is on next level. And Anki, while alone it's very basic, you can get so many tools to make it to upgrade it and make it so much better for you and your personal experience. I'm moving my hands around so much. Honestly, flashcards for active recall, specifically for science, guys. A lot of GCSE science, you get taught so much content, they can't actually make you apply that much of it because you just have so much knowledge. If you learn to memorize things really well, then you will do well. Punch me in the face if I'm wrong, but GCSEs, flashcards saved my life. That is how I got 3 9s at GCSEs. Now, this is where it gets down to the actual studying. I've talked about what you need to use, I've talked about how you need to think, but how do you actually study effectively? So, there tends to be 2 main things they test you on at GCSE, and that's knowledge and application, and in some subjects, evaluation as well. Now, to study effectively, you cannot sit there reading your textbook. I see you people just sit there highlighting your textbook and saying, I studied for like 2 hours today. What do you remember? Nothing. Like, I'm being so serious because I was just so sick of just being sat there. It didn't make revision fun at all. It made revision so ridiculously boring. You want to do well in science? This is what I did for literally every science. So I'd look through the specification and I would think, this is what I know and this is what I don't know. I would highlight red, yellow, green on what I knew and didn't know. So first plan of action was to go through all the red topics. And what would I do? I would watch a video while having a textbook in front of me. For me personally, I can't just watch a video and be expected to know it after. And then I made flashcards and then I practiced those flashcards. If you just practice flashcards once, you will forget it within a week. I'm being so serious. So practice it once, practice it 2 days after, and then practice it maybe a week after, and then maybe just every so often keep adding it into your mix of flashcards. And then to actually apply it, you should do past paper questions, topic questions. That is honestly how I would go through a red topic. Yellow topics, I would do the same, honestly, if I had time. Another method I like to use was blurting, where I could literally just get like a massive whiteboard. I would either watch a video or read something, right? And this is the mistake a lot of people make, is that they watch or read too much. If it's your first time doing it, you won't remember it all. Like, just, you know, maybe your second or third try you can read some more, and then what you do is once you read it, you shove it away, throw it away, you cover it, and then just write down everything you can remember, right? Every single detail you can remember, even if you're not sure if it was actually there, write it down. and then you take your resource out again and just write in another colour everything that you missed out. Another method I like to do that I still literally use to this day is teaching other people the content, right? I had a telescopes test today, and what did I do yesterday while I was in a physics lesson and we were revising? I just grabbed some people and explained everything to them. Oh, it made me feel so much better. I felt so much confident. Going back to your mindset, I felt so much more confident after explaining it to people and explaining it well. Honestly, I think at one point I was going so crazy that I have like my little cactus and I was talking to my cactus. I was like, yeah, try that makes sense. Now, I know this was a lot of information, but I will remind you guys to take breaks because you will burn out. It doesn't matter who you are, right? You can be the smartest person alive and you can burn out. Coming up to my year 12 exams, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get on the grind, I'm gonna get on the grind, I'm trying to keep rising. And what did I do? I crashed and burnt out. It just became such a chore. And I'm still recovering from this. That whole summer, I just needed a long break. So that's why I urge you, please take breaks. Do not ruin yourself. Year 11 is supposed to be a decently fun year. I loved year 11. Our last day before study leave, I didn't do any work. You know, even though my GCSEs were around the corner, I didn't do any work that day because I was just wanting to spend time with my friends and make those final memories before I was done with that part of high school life. So I still miss it. Honestly, year 11 was such a fun year. Year 10 and year 11 have been like one of my favorite years. So honestly, please take breaks. Every Friday night, every Saturday morning, take a break. You don't need to be studying 24/7 because like I said, GCSEs are not hard. I'm going to wrap around back to that. GCSEs are not hard. I've given you as many tips as I can, but the only person that can help you is yourself, right? Just keep motivating yourself. And if you want tips on that, honestly, just think, why are you doing this? Why are you watching this video? Why are you watching this video? Because you want to do well. You know deep down that you want to do well. So please use that as some sort of motivation. After watching this video, you know where to get resources. You know how to study. You know that you need to take breaks. So what is stopping you from doing well?